Whew, it is hot out here, isn't it? Oh my goodness. So, Lala Anderson once said that she, even as beautiful as she is, somehow no one asked her to go to the prom. So she ended up going with someone who she probably would not have even gone with if someone had even asked. People sometimes will assume certain things. And when they assume certain things, blank, 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 dot, 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 you know what I'm talking about. We should never assume anything, okay? If the prince had gone to Cinderella's stepsisters and asked for advice about Cinderella, do you think they would have given her good advice? Absolutely not. All these things to say that you should go to the source. If you want to know something, go to the actual person. The minute you start going to everyone else, you're going to be misled. I'm telling you right now, you're going to be misled. I remember this one guy who I was interested in. I didn't say anything, and he was interested in me equally. But one of his friends who didn't even know me, didn't go to the same school, went to a totally different school, but he heard about the different women or different girls at my school. And then when he took a look at some of the games, someone had footage on the basketball games, and he noticed me. And he said, "Man, what about that one?" And the guy said, "That's the one I'm talking about." He said, "Oh, I know her," and made up a whole different story, just so his friend would not be able to get to even step to me. So at the dance, we had a party at the school, and then this guy approaches me, and I had already heard about him before I saw him because, the guy who was interested in me told me that he said something. This is where we go with the he say, she say all over again. My mother taught me early on that all is fair in love and war. So the person who chooses to listen to their intuition would be the best person to be suited for the position. Excuse me, these mosquitoes. It's important that you listen to your intuition. I mean, there are people who even go to psychics. This one guy goes to a psychic, and the psychic tells him, this is the person for you. And then his friend tells him, man, why would she choose you? And she got all these other guys. And I mean, why should she? Why should he? But you got to use your intuition. And if the psychic told you that this person was for you, why are you questioning it? If you feel something, if you're getting intuition, you're feeling certain things, let's say you're having sleepless nights, wondering if you should approach the person. You need to do it because you're sitting in your head too long. And you know what? I know a woman who ended up leaving the country the same day the guy was supposed to come and meet with her. And he didn't meet with her, and she ended up marrying a whole different person out of the country. Later on in years, she comes back to the school reunion, and they bump into each other, and he finally has the guts to tell her how he felt about her in high school. And she's like, I felt the same way about you, but you never approached me. You see, this is why the intuition is so important. This is why it's important that we act and we don't wait. Even just starting a friendship with a person, what's wrong with that? It's important because there's too many stories that I'm hearing like this. Too many of my friends have ended up with the person later on in years. I know a friend who had issues with the boyfriend, and they separated. She ended up marrying someone, and then she ended up meeting up with the guy 20 years later. How much time has to be wasted before you actually meet up with the person who you're supposed to be with? So we don't leave things to chance. We pray on it, and then we make our moves. Simple as that. Have a good day and a good move.